Hello friends, I'm Dr. Sachin Dhawan. I'm a dermatologist based out of Gurgaon, and today I'll be speaking about, or rather discussing about a phenomena which has happened massively post-COVID, that is post-COVID telogen effluvium. Now that's the medical term of massive, which denotes massive hair fall after a few weeks of COVID. Now there's a pandemic of people coming in for this. We have at least 10 to 15% patients coming in every day who complain of massive hair fall after COVID. This process is caused by a major infection like COVID, hurling our hair follicles into a shedding phase called telogen phase. So at any point of time, if only 10% follicles are in the shedding phase, after this event, almost 50 to 70% follicles can go into the shedding phase and you start losing massive chunks of hair. Patients come to us with pictures of hair which is filling their drains. They in fact come with collections of hair over the week, after every wash. It is quite disheartening to see them so distraught. But the fact is that this is a condition which gets cured. If the problem is mild, if your COVID has been mild, then proportionately the hair fall is also minor. But if your COVID has been severe, then the hair fall also would be more, and it will last for a longer period of time. So while people who have mild COVID, who have recovered at home, they start losing hair 1.5 months after getting their COVID or recovery from that. It goes on for about a month or so and then they recover. Whereas people who have had hospitalization or who have had to take stronger drugs like steroids and remdesivir, they end up having a slightly longer course of hair fall, and the proportion of fall and the number of hair falling per day is also proportionately higher for them. Many people are dieting or not taking good care of diet, or they were not able to take care of their diet while they were unwell, whether in the hospital or at home. And that nutritional deficiency essentially adds to the fall. People who, when they take steroids or who have taken steroids during COVID, gained weight and are now trying to lose weight by cutting down upon calories, that's an additional reason for hair fall to happen for them. There are people where health issues have got disturbed. So as a result of steroids, diabetes may have gone haywire. As a result of COVID, thyroid levels may have gone haywire. And those hypothyroidism, disturbance in the thyroid levels, increase in blood sugar levels works like an additional factor that leads to more hair fall that way. And in trying to lose weight, they cut down upon calories, which leads to an increase in the telogen effluvium. Good news is, like I said, it's recoverable. What needs to be done, you have to understand, you have to check for mineral levels and vitamin levels. Minerals like iron have to be looked at, magnesium have to be looked at, vitamins like vitamin B12 and D have to be checked. Other factors that may be causing hair loss for them, like polycystic ovaries, a thyroid abnormality needs to be checked. So one can get this check done from a regular laboratory and show to your physician or a dermatologist, and they can help in supplementing the deficiencies that you have. What you need is good care of your body, which starts with good exercise, at least 30 minutes per day. You have to sleep well. Your sleep timing has to be okay. Screen time should be lesser. So as your body recovers by following these measures, your hair fall would also recover. But one has to be patient. It takes 3 to 4 months after starting a therapy to see the first reduction of hair fall, and it can be quite distressing because patients come to us saying that it's been a month I've been on your therapy, but there has been no improvement. You need to wait it out. It takes about 100 days for the cycle of shedding to stop, and then another 100 to 200 days for the regrowth to happen. Now in terms of supplements, we have to take a good biotin supplement. If I have to take brand names, I can tell you that GNC Biotin 10,000 micrograms is very good. There are certain other ones also like HWIT and many other supplements available online which are decent enough. As long as you have 5,000 to 10,000 micrograms, we are covered for that. You require an amino acid supplement with small bits of iron in it. There is a tablet called ProAnagen which is good. That can be taken at night. Biotin can be taken in the morning. Additionally, if you take collagen supplements, that would be helpful too. So if I have to take brand names, there's Nutrova collagen powder that is available. A sachet a day can be taken for about 3 to 4 months. Or a GNC collagen tablet is available. It's called the NeoCell Collagen C. So 2 tablets twice a day can be taken to help to improve the collagen requirement of the body. Collagen essentially provides the anchoring fibrils which anchor your hair better to the scalp. A lot of people don't wash their hair when they're losing hair. That would not really help. If you're losing, let's say 100 strands per day when you're washing, and if you don't wash for a week, when you wash you lose 500 per day on that particular day. So wash frequently, 2 or 3 times a day washing is important, so that whatever hair is dead they can shed out. But try to comb gently. Try and use a wooden comb, try and use a wide tooth comb, so that the hair which are semi-permanent, semi-attached, they don't fall while you're washing, while you're combing. Heat-based treatments like hair dryers, straighteners and all can be avoided. Gels can be avoided because they'll stick together, they stick the hair together, and when you try to comb them, they'll fall even more. Additionally, we require a peptide-based serum to help to anchor your hair better. If I have to take a few names, there is Q-Cera hair serum, there is Densita hair serum, there is a French one called the Ducre-Neoptide solution. So one of the three can be used 3 days in a week, gently, about 12 to 15 sprays to cover the scalp. Now the important thing is your hair is weak, it's already hardly attached to the scalp. If you manipulate them and massage them while putting your medicine, you will see more hair in your hands, which will start the panic button for you, and you'll feel that the medicine is causing the fall. So gently part the hair and do 3 sprays in each parting, and like that about 15 sprays can be done in 5 partings to cover the entire scalp, mainly focusing on the frontal and the crown area, and lesser probably on the sides and the back. Oiling is something that it has been drilled into our mind that oiling is very good for the hair, which is good in the long run. Certain oils like Bhingraj oil or almond oil are very, very good. But in the shedding phase, when your hair is already weak, if you put something sticky like oil, it will clump your hair together and you lose more hair. So what I tell my patients is, in the first 2 to 3 months when you start your therapy, don't put oil. Also try and cut your hair short. They'll get entangled lesser. Especially people with curly hair, they should cut them short. They will grow back. It's not that if you cut them, your hair would not grow back. Now shampoos have to be sulfate and paraben free or something equivalent, something which is very, very, very mild. I tell my patients to either go in for a Densita shampoo or conditioner, a GNC biotin shampoo, or a FCL strengthening shampoo. So one of the three can be used. They are safe shampoos to use. They would not cause any further damage. Your diet has to be rich in iron, so spinach, broccoli, methi, beetroot, pomegranates have to be taken. It has to be rich in zinc, so you have to have again more greens. You have to have omega-3, 6, 9 fatty acids in the form of walnuts, cashew, almonds, which you can soak overnight and take. And it also has to be rich in animal protein. So if you're a vegetarian, you can go in for milk and milk products like paneer. If you're a non-vegetarian, then probably fish would be the best thing for you. A good source of omega-3, 6 and 9 would be there. But milk and milk products are safe for everyone who can take. Stress reduction is important because stress adds to the problem. Now, when you stress about your hair fall, that adds to the hair fall further. We all know it, but probably it's slightly difficult to manage. So a bit of meditation every day would be helpful. Hard water, which most cities now have, bad quality water, that adds to the problem because it makes the hair rougher and you tend to lose more hair because of that. So try and use soft water like RO water, or a softener can be put in the bathroom, so that you do the entire wash with soft water. But if the entire wash is not possible, at least the final rinse can be done with soft water. So I hope this has provided you some clarity about this condition, and hopefully you'll panic lesser, and that will help in aiding your recovery. Of course, this is just a guidance that I'm giving you. It's best to actually meet a dermatologist who's close to you, whom you normally visit, and get your relevant investigations done. But the basic tenets of treatment remain as to what I've told you. So hopefully you'll recover soon. Your post-COVID hair fall will recover soon, and you'll get back your crowning glory. Thank you.